What's good, everybody? Today I'm going to be showing you the top mistakes that beginners make when they're oil painting portraits. I made a lot of these mistakes and you should avoid them at all costs. So I'm going to save you from years and years and decades of experimentation, of messing up. I'm going to set you off on a straight path right now. All right, so hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment down below. All right, let's get right to it. So the first mistake that people make when they are oil painting is looking at the picture as a set of pieces instead of layers. And when you look at it as a set of pieces, then you really miss out on the depth of the painting. All right, and I have an example of this right here. This is one of my earliest paintings that I've made, but as you can see, the picture doesn't have much dimension to it. It's just very flat. And that's because when you look at it as just like a 2D image, just one thing here, one thing at the top, one thing at the bottom, then you miss out on so much opportunity to add um like shadows and depth and highlights. And once you finally start putting them on layers on top of each other, darkest at the bottom and then the lightest at the top, then you'll start having pictures that actually pop out more and have more um like a more realistic effect to it. You see over here at the very back, you can see the shadow, and then you could tell that the subject is in front. In the last picture, everything is just on one level. There's no back, there's no front, um there's no sort of dimension in there, and you can't really tell what's at the front and what's really behind them. So when you add layers with darks and lights and you stack on top of each other, then you can start to tell how far things are from each other. You can see in this picture that I'm not too far away from the wall, but if I were to take away the shadow and take away the layering, then everything will just be flat and you won't really tell how deep the picture is. So that is a very simple thing that you should fix if you're making your paintings, if you're making your portraits as well. All right, look at the picture that you're trying to recreate and find those places where there's the most depth. You understand? The places where there's shadows, the places where things really pop out. Put those layers, the layers that are furthest back, paint those ones first, and then the layers that really pop out the most, put those parts last. Don't make it just one straight puzzle. Make it stacks on top of each other. And if you're interested, I do have a free guide in my description. It's a PDF, and just type in your email, I'll email it to you. And you're also gonna join my mailing list when you do that. So if you're interested or not, it's just over there, free guide. You could check it out. All right. And the next mistake that people make is not adding shadows or highlights to their picture. You could also see that in the last painting that I made. I don't want to throw too much shade on that one because old Jordan would be mad at me right now, but you want to add shadows and highlights. Don't be afraid to add black and very dark brown, or I don't know, like dark blue as a shadow to your paintings. And once you become more comfortable with adding those really dark spots and adding those really light spots, then you're really going to level up the paintings that you make. And the best paintings that you see, they have such a wide range of colors that they use, such a wide range of value. Value is how dark or how bright something is. They have a wide range of value. And that's what really makes things realistic, because in real life, so much things have like super dark spots, so much things have super bright spots. And that's what really adds um feeling of depth and of dimension to your photos. So once you start using those really dark spots and you stop being afraid of using black, then you're really gonna create realistic portraits. All right, and the next mistake that people make is spending too much time on the sketch slash the underpainting. And this was a very hard thing for me to shake, because I like to call myself a perfectionist because I like to get things right first, and I don't really like to create something messy at the start and then like tweak it at the end. But after I broke this habit of trying to be super perfect on the first layer of my paintings, then I actually got way better. And it's actually crazy to think, because you might think that the first layer, if you get it perfect, then it's just going to become like a super good painting. But what that actually did is actually took my focus away from the whole harmony of the photo. You understand? So when I did this, when I was focusing too much on the first layer, my proportions were off because I was spending too much time focused on one thing and I was missing out from the whole picture. So one part of the picture looked really good, and then the rest of the picture didn't look good because I didn't have any more energy to really focus on those areas. So just being messy at the start is a good thing. All right. And then after you do that, then you tweak it. That's what I mean by creating layers. The first layer is going to be messy. It's not going to be perfect. You have to be fine with that. And as you go on, then you start to move on to your smaller brushes. You move on to your finer details. You start sharpening up some edges. You start fixing this, start fixing that. Then you'll start to create better pictures overall. And it'll make painting a much more fun experience than how I used to, because you kind of burn out when you focus too much on just one small area and you expect yourself to have energy to finish the entire painting. So just allow yourself to take a step back, relax, don't focus too much on being perfect at the start. That is what the process is for. You eventually become better and better. The first part is not really the best. So that is another mistake. And the next mistake that people make is spending too much. No, I already did that. Is the incorrect color mixing. People don't really know how to mix colors, and it's very simple when you look at it. Once you actually learn the base colors and how to mix them effectively, then mixing colors becomes very easy and you'll be able to get a very accurate color match. And this kind of stems into color theory. If you really know how to mix colors together or blend them in a way that it looks like in real life, then you'll really level up your paintings. And this is the same with skin. If you know how to paint skin effectively, the different tones on your skin, because nobody has just one straight skin tone that matches their whole face. People have spots of lighter skin. People have spots of darker skin. You can see my face right now. I have lighter skin, like areas like my nose, my neck, and some areas of my face are darker. So once you like find a way to really mix those colors and get a nice color match to the different areas of your face, then you'll create portraits that look really, really good. And if you want demonstration of how to mix your colors for skin, I do have a video on it. Click the video on the screen right now and I'll take you to it. All right, I'll see you all. Have a nice day.